Hi, so my name is Sten, and today I'm talking to you about how to launch a successful users research in 5 minutes. So I'm the founder of Sharewell, and Sharewell is actually a research platform where you can conduct qualitative researches. So in first, we are going through some topics to get knowing that everybody is on the same level. And after that, we are quickly doing some also practice. So to understand that what is important to receive quick and high quality answers. So basically, about Sharewell, it's a research platform. We have our own audience, whereas there are more than 30,000 testers all around the world. And these are some countries what we have pointed out where we have our own audience and where we have conducted researches. At the moment, there is possible to do research or user testing both on desktop and mobile. Since there is always question also that can I do some quantitative? Then no, actually Sharewell is more concentrated on qualitative research. And what is the difference between qualitative and quantitative research is that usually with qualitative, you need around 5 to 10 people to participate on your research. And usually what you get the answer is the most important thing is why is something happening on the page, why somebody is leaving, why they feel this way, or why they don't feel. So it's quite important to understand why your users are behaving as they are behaving. Quantitative is also important, but usually you get the answer from a larger crowd, for example, that what they do, when they do, how much, etc. But you don't get the most important thing. You don't get answer to questions like about emotions, that why do I feel this way, or what is wrong with this, etc. And also getting answers about in qualitative research is like you can get answers that what to make better or how to make better. So it's this is the thing where Sharewell is concentrating, and also to understand what is the difference between qualitative and quantitative. One is with small group and more about like emotions. The other one is larger group and to understand about like usual behaviors. About our background itself, we are conducting both moderated and moderated user testing. What is the difference? It's simple. One is moderated by person as an interview. The other one is not moderated, so it's unmoderated. We have in our database more than 50,000 sessions already. So through that, we have seen some very good testing questions, behaviors, and how to get fast feedback. And from our database looking, we know that the average session is around 40 minutes, some seconds on top of that. And in our database, there is also possibility to rate your sessions. So basically, if I launch the test, then I will get back the sessions, and then I can rate, was it useful, not, etc. And usually the rating can be between 1 to 5. And at the moment, there are more than 5,000 sessions rated. And the average rating was in a couple of months ago, 6 months ago, when we opened it, was around 4. Now it's 4.7, which is quite good because this shows that people are getting more and more understanding what is to expect, and they feel also more comfortable sitting behind the screen. One thing what we have seen also is that COVID helped here a lot because people get more and more behind computers, having like these online meetings, etc. So they feel a little bit better communicating through computer. And also we are recording, so Zoom has helped a lot because everybody is always like recording, so they understand that, oh, okay, now I'm recorded. In our database, we have always measured what is the fastest researches or the longest, because we need to understand also that what is the story behind that. But at the moment, the fastest research was finished in 3 hours and 25 seconds from the moment when it was launched. So we have the understanding that what is the key to successful and fast launch, and also the results. So the main thing, what do you need for research? We are going through a little bit understanding what something is important. The main reason is to understand also that what you need to get like successful research done. So the main thing is goal. You need to understand first why you are doing some research. Is it about to understand let's say some questions about your homepage? Is it about that you want some people to go from point A to go point B, or is it about some user flow or how they find the information? So the main thing is to understand that why I'm doing this research. And this gives already the understanding that what questions to ask, how to ask, etc. So for example, we want to validate our homepage, let's say like that. So the next thing is setup of research. So if we want to validate our homepage, then we need to know what questions to ask. For example, that how does it look? Do you resonate with the value proposition, etc. After that, the most important thing is to understand who our target people are, whom we want to see on the test. Are they like male, female, from what country, social background, old age, where they're working, are they working, maybe they are students, etc. Also, it's important to understand what environment to use. Is it like some specialized research platform, for example, like user interviews, user testing, etc., or is it just to use some survey? We can use Google surveys, etc. And the most important thing is when you are choosing the environment is also to understand that what kind of results do you want to get. Is it just some typed answers, or do you want to receive some video recording about how they are behaving, people talking, etc. So these are like 5 important things. And if you have clear that, then it's easy to go forward. So one thing when setting up research is about the invitation. So in Sharewell, we are sending the invitations to chosen platforms. So for example, that if they are chosen like male, female, or let's say just male, then the invitations are sent directly only to these which are fitting the profile. What we usually do is we send to larger group then it's when it's needed. So this means that if you need only 5 people, then usually we are sending out in waves. The first wave goes to 100 people, after that next 100, etc., etc. So why it is important is that through that we can always guarantee that there will be 100% answer rate. So if we would send only 5 people, then maybe somebody is sick, maybe somebody is on vacation, they don't have the time to answer, etc. So we are sending to larger crowd. Second thing is that when we are sending to larger crowd, this means that also the answer timeline will be quicker. So this means that somebody receiving the invitation will do the test immediately. In next wave, somebody will also do immediately. So this means that there is a possibility that it will be answered in 12 hours. What is important in invitation is the first impression. And this means also that if you write down just please help us to validate, then nobody knows about like what this research is about, why this is happening, what would be the expectation or something. So when we are going through, I will show you in practical phase how to conduct the test and what is important to put in invitation. So this means that the person will receive email, they will see the invitation in email, and this is important to understand that what is important to put there. So to understand, to get more people participate in the test. So, for example, here is a quick, simple sample. And what we did is that to understand what is possible to ask. So, for example, the second one is really simple, but test our improved page. What page? How it is improved? I don't have the understanding what was improved previously or why it is improved. Also, help us validate our UX is quite tricky. Why? Because there are two things. First of all, validate. Some people don't know actually what it is. What does it mean, validate? Or the second thing is UX. It's so special word that if you ask that help us to validate our UX, then maybe it's something scary. I don't know. So it's better not to use this kind of words. But the first impression is that looking for people from here are like made up countries, Poland and Maryland, working in this kind of field, etc. So there are too many technical questions. So first of all, we send only invitations out to concrete countries, what you choose. So you don't need to mention that we are looking at these people from these countries or the field where they're working, because you can choose it already. So I haven't seen any platform providing the understanding that you can't choose the working field, so you don't need to mention it in the invitation. And here is like really, really long. So don't, if it is possible, don't use it, because these long ones are quite complicated. Second thing is there are like too many like words here, like prototype, product, visual design, functionality. So it's like going too technical. The simpler it is, the better. So this means that keep it like simple, but always mention that why you are doing this and what to expect. So this is like invitation that works is KISS. So keep it simple and stupid. Ask for help. So this means that help us to understand, or please share your thoughts. So simple question to people and everybody understands. So also mention why this research was launched. Is it about that I want to understand how our value proposition in our homepage is working, or is our homepage logical or something like that? Usually what we have seen works best is up to 5 sentences, 3 to 5 sentences, then it's working like really good. And also it is good to mention why this research was launched. So the bigger goal, for example, that we made this research so our homepage would help in the future, I don't know, some type of people, for example, like dentist, or all people who go to the dentist book better time. So the person knows that, okay, if I put my effort to this, then in the future I help also like this or that kind of things to get better. So here is a quick and easy invitation that works. So this highlighted is important part of the invitation. So please help us to understand how our web page is working, which is directed to dentists, and our kick-ass product made up help thousands of patients around the world. So basically these are like highlighted and important thing, and everybody, all the other words and sentences help to make it like perfect. So always be polite, please help us, and please be as open-minded as possible. So I would suggest use something like this. So what kind of questions to ask? So you want to understand either the current situation, you want to do market research, some features to understand, etc. So this is always important to understand what is the goal and where I want to be. So through that, you know what kind of questions to ask or when. Also, like good questions to ask is like, please describe your last experience, how easy it was to use, or what would you like to change. These are always working really good. What not to use is definitely jargon. So don't use words which are like really specific in some field. Also, don't mention already like what was done or defined goals. So we have, for example, don't use like we have improved our homepage. Maybe the person is first time on your page. They don't know, was it improved, not improved, what was improved, etc. And definitely don't ask too many questions in once. This means that uh, even if, for example, that when I talk to a person, I don't ask like 3 questions in the same time. Hey, what are you doing? Why you are doing? When you are doing? Usually I ask like 1 question, expect the answer, 1 question, expect the answers. Why it is important also in research is that when you are giving out more than 1 question, then usually the participant, they forget the first question and they answer only to the last one. So please be specific and give only 1 question in a time. So then you can expect that they definitely will answer to it. About tasks, so there are possibility to ask questions or keep tasks. So when is good idea to keep tasks is, as I mentioned, that you want to understand some user flow or how people are using something. Also, you want them to go from point A to point B. For example, in some e-shop, you want them to buy something and go to the final goal. Also, if you define success, for example, in eShop, you want to say that when the bot is registered or confirmed, then it is success. Then the person also understands that, okay, now my task is done, everything is great. There can always be mistakes. For example, the user does some mistakes. Are they important? Yes, of course. Why? The main thing is that if the tester on the research or the participant in research does some mistake or don't understand how things are working, you can't never expect that the live person or the client also will understand. So this is important when you see that some participant is doing some mistakes on the research, then definitely there are on live product, the people or the clients will do the same mistake. So it's always value the mistakes. And as mentioned with questions also, that give only 1 task in a time because it is important. And then the tester can focus on the first and only question or task, and they might forget the other ones if there are too many in the same time. So about audience, it is important to launch a test with really specific audience. So there is not such thing that everybody is my client. Female age 25 to 45 is not client. There are always some important things like, is it about some social background, about do they have kids, do they have something else? So if you don't find in profile the describing needs, that for example that they have pet or dog or whatever kind of pet, dog, cat, etc. You can always ask it in screening questions. For example, are you pet owner? So if I'm doing like e-shop for pets, then I want to know that is my client pet owner, then I can ask it on screening questions. There is always question about what to use, own testers or recruit. Own testers are really good. Why? Because they already know the current system, they already know the current situation, and if you are improving something, then it's really valuable. They are giving you the answers about new improvements. But sometimes they can be also like biased, which means that they already know what to expect and they already know what to do. So basically the logic is, if you have own testers, then it is good if you show them, for example, some new features they can compare, then it's useful. For example, also if you have closed system, for example, some companies have the inner systems, then its only way to use his own testers. Second thing is that if you want to use new testers, then it's something that you are not showing new features, then maybe you are want to understand about like current market situation, then it's good to use new testers. If you want to understand how they overall understand your product, homepage or something else, to use recruited testers. And always recruited testers have the thing that they have the fresh eyes, so they understand maybe something totally different. They don't have the history behind them about your product, so it is always valuable to have like second opinion. Here is a quick example about audience profiles. So basically, these are the main things what we have on the platform. So education, what language they are speaking, are they employee or business owner or maternity leave or something like that, in what field they are working, in what industry, how big is their company, about their salary, is it like between some range, are they married, not, or do they have children? So these are the main things what we have on the platform. And here is a quick example that the more specific you are on defining your profile, the better, because, for example, these guys are basically the same, but actually totally different interests, totally different understanding of the world, the social circle, etc. It's totally different. And finally, the thing is that do use always different kind of channels to communicate with your clients and understand the feedback loop. This helps you build better product and understand also that how the client is communicating with your product. So do use different kind of user testings. Is it user interviews, user testing or something else, because it is important to understand that how people are communicating with your product. Here are like some quick example, like top 5 on qualitative, try my UI, user testing, user analytics, look back, and also user interviews. With quantitative, there are usually the surveys, SurveyMonkey, Google Survey, Hotjar, Crazy Egg, and Google Analytics, really good tools. And this is like the this part, but let's quickly look on the practical side. So here is like our platform, and what you can do is like here you can see like you can do tests, you can do interviews. And here I have quickly done one test, which is like the name is dentist study. So now the question is that is it possible to launch research in 5 minutes? Yes, it is. First, if you haven't never done it, then when you are logging in Sharewell, the account you can do in Sharewell is totally free. We don't have no member team fee. We don't have no monthly fee. So basically you can do it totally free. If you are using your own testers also, it's totally free. So you can use templates. So when you are doing it the first time, then it's like really simple. Just use, for example, company website testing or eShop UX validation or something like that. So you can use these templates. You can understand the questions, but here, as I mentioned, I did one. I put the name dentist study because this is only seen to myself. I chose the language, and here is like the intro text. So it's like really simple just to put here like, please help us to understand our homepage and what we want to do. I chose that I want to launch it on desktop, but you can do it also on mobile device. And here are like the test tasks. So basically, please describe your last experience visiting dentists. So this is like, for example, question 1. Then I can add like next question, please go to our home page and make an appointment. So the idea is that we want them to go to our home page
and we want them to go through the user flow. So basically, let's put here like https / and let's put this dentist.com. So now they are going there and making the appointment. And this is the important thing what I want to understand. So here I can put the target audience. I can choose as many as I want, but let's choose this time two. One is audience 1. Let's choose them female from 25 to 57. We can choose language, for example, like Estonian, and this is it. And now let's choose second one. We want them to be males from 25 to 53. And we can put here, for example, that they are employee, for example. Now I have two different audiences, male and female, but I want to also understand that do you, for example, like have you visited a dentist in last 6 months? So I want to understand that have they done it or not? If yes, then it's good. Then I want to participate them in the test. If they say no, then no. There is also a possibility to add a new one. So do you like dentists? And if they say that no, if they say yes, then they will get access. If they say no, then they won't get access. So basically, I don't need quite more questions. This is already like going quite niche, this group. So basically, I'm done. So I have 2 tasks, 2 screening questions, and I want them to make an appointment on my homepage. And this means that basically through that, I will understand the user flow of my homepage. And basically now I can launch it, and this is it. It was even less than 5 minutes. But going through also the templates quickly, I will show, for example, like really simple is company website testing. So this is question that help us to understand how the target audience interacts with our website. And here are already like given 8 most important questions. So there is also like rating. And what you can do is, first of all, you can switch them, you can point them up and down, and you can understand what is good, what is not. You can delete them, and also if you need, for example, you can edit them. So basically everything is customable. You can do it as you want and launch it exactly for your homepage or for your product. Also, it's possible to test prototypes if you have the prototype in Figma or any other place. Basically, you can put the link from Figma here, and it's ready to launch, and you will receive the answers in 12 hours in screen recording version, and you will see how people are interacting with your prototype. So basically, this is it. Really simple. Everything is done. You can use templates and use screen questions, launch the test, and in 12 hours you will receive the answers. So this is example from Sharewell, but as I know also that other players on the market use similar logic. So basically there are templates what you can use. There are possibility to use already existing questions. And now when you feel, for example, that one test is launched and you want to do a second one, then it's easy. Just duplicate, change the order of the questions or change the audience, and this even takes less time than 5 minutes. So basically here are like a quick example how to launch, what questions to add, what is good type of invitation, and how to use screening questions. So I do thank you for watching the video. I hope that we will see you on our
platform. And if you have any questions, just reach us out and we are here to help. Thank you.